Welcome, viewers, to our magnificent journey. Today we explore a cryptic puzzle that has mocked great minds for 600 years. Imagine a mystic, ancient book, penned in an alien tongue, utterly defeating the brilliant genius minds of World War II. Filled with bizarre, captivating art of unknown plants and strange stars, its ancient origins remain in total darkness. Is it a magical text, a brilliant hoax, or the final, tragic record of a forgotten civilization? Today, we finally unveil the Voynich Manuscript. Are you fully ready to question all you ever knew about history? Deep within the silent, dusty shadows of a forgotten European library lies an artifact of pure, unadulterated mystery. It is a small, unassuming volume, made of aged vellum, completely hiding the immense, powerful secrets held within. Carbon dating places its birth in the early 15th century, during the magnificent, sweeping dawn of the Renaissance. According to our historical records, the enigmatic author remains entirely unknown to the modern academic world. Perhaps a solitary monk or a rogue alchemist, writing frantically by the fading, dim light of a lonely candle. As we carefully open its brittle pages, a truly bizarre and beautifully alien landscape quickly unfolds before us. The book contains 240 pages of the most bewildering, complex illustrations ever documented. We see detailed, vivid drawings of strange, fleshy roots and vibrant leaves that belong to no known plant on this earth. There are complex, mysterious astrological charts featuring unfamiliar constellations and bizarre zodiac symbols. Even stranger, the depictions of women bathing in interconnected pools of a vibrant, mystical green liquid. Yet the absolute most baffling element of the Voynich Manuscript is not its art, but its entirely alien written language. Flowing beautifully across the parchment is an elegant, looping script that has never been seen anywhere else in the world. It completely lacks recognizable punctuation and does not match any known recorded alphabet in all of human history. Historians astutely note that the ink was applied smoothly, suggesting the confident author understood it perfectly. There are absolutely no corrections or hesitations, meaning this was not a random, chaotic scribble of a madman. It is a highly deliberate, structured language that was carefully designed to conceal profound, earth-shattering knowledge. For countless centuries, this silent book fiercely guarded its secrets against emperors, scholars, and desperate treasure hunters. The great Emperor Rudolf II reportedly paid a massive, staggering fortune to acquire this bizarre text. He firmly believed it contained the ultimate secrets of alchemy and the philosopher's stone, but ultimately failed. The mysterious manuscript then vanished into the shadows of secret archives, lost to the mortal world for many years. It slept silently in the dark until 1912, when an antiquarian named Wilfrid Voynich finally discovered it. Browsing a dusty chest of old books in Italy, he instantly recognized he had found something deeply profound. He aggressively purchased the manuscript and dedicated the rest of his entire life to unlocking its impenetrable code. However, the beautiful, elegant script totally defied every linguistic tool and historical reference he possessed. If you possessed a mystic book that held the universe's greatest secrets, would you ever dare to read it aloud? Voynich sent identical copies to the greatest minds of his time, desperately hoping someone could crack the ancient text. Botanists eagerly tried to identify the plants, while astronomers passionately analyzed the bizarre celestial maps. Every single brilliant expert returned empty-handed, utterly defeated by the medieval creator's terrifying genius. The complex symbols were too consistent to be random, yet far too alien to be translated by any modern tongues. It quickly became a cursed artifact in the academic world, totally destroying the grand reputations of brave scholars. The Impenetrable manuscript proved that human intellect, no matter how remarkably vast, still has its humiliating limits. As the chaotic 20th century rapidly progressed, the world was engulfed in the devastating flames of the World War. This tragic, bloody era birthed new geniuses, military cryptographers who bravely broke the Nazi Enigma machine code. These incredibly brilliant mathematicians had fully deciphered the most complex machine-generated ciphers ever created. Surely an incredibly old book, written by a medieval monk, would be a delightfully simple puzzle for these modern heroes. Armed with highly advanced statistical analysis and pure determination, they fiercely attacked the Voynich text. They spent countless exhausting nights in smoke-filled rooms, treating the manuscript like a dangerous, hostile transmission. They obsessively looked for repeating patterns, intricate substitution ciphers, and hidden anagrams within the pages. But the stubborn, ancient book remained completely silent, absolutely refusing to yield a single word to the experts. The genius military cryptographers, who saved millions of innocent lives, were ultimately defeated by old vellum. Mounting desperation led to wild theories, as the brightest minds began to aggressively grasp at the most absurd straws. Some wildly claimed it was a dangerous book of dark magic, written by ancient witches to hide forbidden, powerful spells. Others quite seriously proposed it was left behind by stranded extraterrestrial visitors on our lonely planet. A highly popular theory suggested it was a lost medical encyclopedia written in a strange, synthetic language. Some even passionately argued it was the legendary language of the holy angels, dictated directly from the heavens. Many skeptical modern scholars, however, suspected a much more incredibly cynical origin for the mysterious artifact. They strongly theorized it was a brilliant medieval hoax, precisely crafted specifically to scam wealthy noblemen. An incredibly elaborate fraud designed to look deeply valuable, filled with meaningless gibberish to extract gold. If it was just a mere scam, how did the master creator maintain such absolute, incredible consistency across all pages? Creating a totally fake language of this impressive length without making structural errors is nearly impossible. The fierce, fiery debate raged on for decades, completely dividing the academic community into bitterly opposed factions. The manuscript effectively became an intellectual black hole, violently swallowing the time and sanity of brilliant men. It sat silently and mockingly in the Yale University Library, a constant, painful reminder of our profound ignorance. Even the immensely mighty power of mid-century computers could not find a single tiny crack in its linguistic armor. If you foolishly spent your entire life chasing a ghost in a book, would you ever gracefully admit absolute defeat? The devastating failure of the codebreakers proved that brute mathematical force was certainly not the key to this puzzle. The enigmatic Voynich Manuscript required a drastically different approach, one that completely transcended simple translation. It strongly demanded a true understanding of the very fundamental laws that deeply govern all human communication. As the turbulent 20th century drew to a rapid close, the profound mystery seemed destined to remain unsolved forever. The defiant book had entirely outlived its author, its discoverer, and the very greatest cryptographers of our time. It proudly stood as an impenetrable fortress of knowledge, boldly daring the next generation to breach its massive walls. But a brilliant new era was rapidly dawning, bringing a technological power the medieval author could never foresee. The groundbreaking 21st century suddenly introduced the era of artificial intelligence and deep machine learning. Armed with immense supercomputers, highly modern data scientists boldly decided to resurrect the Voynich investigation. They brilliantly did not try to translate the words. Instead, they deeply analyzed the underlying skeleton of the text. They aggressively fed the entire manuscript into advanced algorithms to actively search for hidden mathematical patterns. What the powerful supercomputers surprisingly discovered completely shattered the popular theory of a medieval hoax. The highly advanced artificial intelligence revealed that the text strictly adhered to Zipf's law of modern linguistics. This amazing law states that the most frequent word in any true language occurs exactly twice as often as the next. It is a highly distinct mathematical signature that humans naturally produce when actively writing genuine thoughts. A clever medieval scammer simply could not know this secret law, as it was discovered far later in the modern age. This absolutely stunning revelation finally proved that the Voynich Manuscript contains a genuine, structured language. The brilliant author was definitely not writing gibberish. They intricately encoded real information with extreme precision. Furthermore, advanced algorithms rapidly detected distinct topics, with certain word clusters perfectly matching the plants. Other fascinating linguistic patterns grouped specifically around the star charts and the strange, bathing, ethereal women. This shocking truth reveals the author used a highly sophisticated encryption method to carefully hide their profound thoughts. The incredibly complex grammar structure is perfectly consistent, completely ruling out any random, chaotic scribbling. To flawlessly achieve this without the aid of computers implies a mind of absolutely terrifying, unmatched genius. They extremely likely mapped their own native language into a highly complex cipher using a custom, intricate grid. Yet even with the awesome power of artificial intelligence, the exact written words still confidently remain out of our reach. The mighty computer clearly confirms the hidden lock is real, but we sadly still do not possess the proper matching key. Could this beautiful manuscript truly be the final surviving document of a tragically eradicated civilization? Perhaps an incredibly isolated European sect created a private tongue to desperately escape the powerful church. Or maybe a remarkably brilliant alchemist masterfully encoded his forbidden chemical formulas securely inside it. The bizarre, wonderfully detailed botanical drawings elegantly offer another fascinating historical clue for us to study. Some esteemed scholars firmly believe they perfectly depict extinct plant species from a forgotten, distant, ancient era. Others passionately argue they are highly symbolic representations of hidden human anatomy and internal organs. The mysterious, ethereal women bathing in green pools might elegantly illustrate ancient, sacred medical rituals. Every single incredible discovery simply leads bewildered researchers into a much deeper, more confusing, tangled maze. As advanced artificial intelligence beautifully continues to evolve, our strong hope for a true translation grows stronger. But for now, the highly enigmatic author proudly remains fully victorious against our impressive modern technology. They magnificently, successfully created a linguistic masterpiece that totally transcends the boundaries of human knowledge. A beautiful, lasting testament to a solitary genius who successfully defied the relentless, crushing march of time. We must now actively ask ourselves a profoundly deep question regarding the very nature of this mysterious text. Will we ever truly, completely understand the profound, powerful secrets carefully hidden within the Voynich Manuscript? Is there a deeply hidden, terrifying danger in passionately pursuing ancient knowledge that was deliberately locked away? As we rapidly transition into the modern era, the physical, fragile book itself remains incredibly heavily guarded. It currently safely resides deep inside the highly secure rare book library at the prestigious Yale University. Access to the original, highly delicate, fragile vellum pages is strictly limited to top, elite researchers. Even gently touching the incredibly centuries-old parchment requires extreme care to fully prevent any further damage. The breathtakingly high-resolution digital scans are now widely available for anyone across the globe to actively study. Dedicated amateur sleuths and highly professional linguists constantly continue to forcefully propose new translation theories. Every single year, someone extremely boldly claims to have finally, successfully cracked the impossible medieval code. Yet under incredibly strict, intense academic review, every beautifully proposed solution, tragically, ultimately crumbles. The legendary manuscript defends itself with an incredibly invisible, powerful shield of flawless mathematical logic. It aggressively forces us to actively confront the highly uncomfortable, painful reality of our own intellectual limits. In a modern age, where endless information is instantly accessible, this ancient book, incredibly, remains completely dark. It is a truly profound, humbling, philosophical reminder that the deep past still securely holds untouchable mysteries. Perhaps the absolutely true historical value of the Voynich Manuscript is definitely not the secret knowledge it contains. Instead, its very greatest beautiful legacy is the intensely relentless human desire to completely solve the impossible. It has powerfully, incredibly inspired amazing generations of linguists, mathematicians, and brilliant computer scientists. It aggressively forced humanity to brilliantly develop completely new cryptanalysis techniques to safely break its walls. If the magnificent author fully intended to masterfully create an eternal puzzle, they succeeded beyond all possible measure. The invisible phantom of the brilliant creator stands proudly, silently watching our modern world deeply struggle in absolute vain. We are tragically left helplessly staring at beautifully incomprehensible pages, deeply mesmerized by their strange allure. The enigmatic Voynich Manuscript will incredibly patiently wait on its high pedestal for the next brilliant challenger. Its wonderfully mysterious green plants will never wilt, and its dazzling, starry skies will never lose their magic shine. Will incredibly advanced artificial intelligence eventually decipher the profound thoughts of this medieval genius? Or will the majestic book, highly safely, carry its incredibly profound secrets until the tragic end of human civilization? This completely extraordinary, magnificent artifact elegantly proves that history is definitely not merely a collection of known facts. It is a terrifyingly vast, echoing labyrinth, deeply filled with thick shadows that still fiercely resist the bright daylight. The totally impenetrable Voynich code confidently remains unbroken, a beautifully silent testament to the enduring power of mystery. As we finally close this thrilling chapter, the ancient book majestically remains a fortress, mocking our modern human technology. Does it wonderfully hold the deeply profound lost wisdom of the ancients? Or is it just a brilliantly crafted medieval prank? Share your fascinating theories below. Please eagerly like, share, and happily subscribe for more thrilling epic history mysteries.